Business schools generally have 3 rounds. Round 1 in September-October, Round 2 in January, and Round 3 in March-April. If you want to learn more about each round, check out this video our founder Jeremy did recently. But if you want to focus on Round 3, the final round, stay tuned to this video. Hi, I'm Gavriella Semaya, Senior Consultant at mbaMission, here to talk about applying to business school during the most challenging round of applications, the final round of applications. Let's get some things out of the way first. When I say final round, this means applying by the last deadline that will still allow you to start business school the coming fall rather than waiting a year. For some schools, this is round 3, but occasionally it's round 4, particularly for European schools. Either way, this final deadline is generally in late March or early April, with accepted students starting only a few months later. Also, for the vast majority of schools, the final round is the hardest to gain acceptance, as by that date, most of the class has been filled, meaning that final round's acceptance rate is very low, maybe even in the single digits, when only a handful of students are actually accepted. For the admissions committee, this last round is considered the shaping round, in that the school has already given out many offers by this point and is starting to see how the class is taking shape. So when the final round hits, they might say, we need a few more countries represented, be on the lookout for international candidates, or we usually have a higher number of women in our class. Let's take steps to balance out the class in this round. While an absolutely remarkable applicant can get accepted in any round, the final round is really for applicants who can help the admissions officers create a diverse class or who offer unique professional experiences that might otherwise be lacking. For this reason, we generally tell people who come from a less represented industry or country, or have something really unique to offer, the final round could work out for them. But otherwise, for most applicants, it is likely worth waiting until round 1 for the following year. To explain a little more, the deadlines for the following year's first round are in September or about 5 months later. During that time, it is amazing how much you can do to improve your candidacy. This may mean retaking the GMAT, taking an online course, doing some volunteer work, engaging with your recommender, getting promoted at work, or something else. Another good use of your time is getting to know the school even better by speaking with recent alumni and current students, or current students who may already be at your company working as summer interns. Also, this extra time will allow you to visit your target schools in person and see for yourself what it's all about and how one school varies from the next. Such visits are also what schools consider demonstrated interests, which does count when your candidacy is assessed. Most importantly, by taking an extra few months to apply, you have time to submit an application with some great essays. Remember, out of all the pieces of the application process, it's the essays over which you have the most control. Your essays must answer the questions, why an MBA, why now, and why at that particular school in a clear and concise way, a way that captivates the reader. The average member of the admissions committee reads hundreds of essays. How will your essay compare? This process takes time, so if that requires pushing your application from this year's final round to next year's first round, it may just be worth it. So who should apply in the last round? One cohort is certainly those people who desperately need a get-out-of-jail-free card, a group who may have just lost their jobs or in an unbearable situation that needs to change. So starting business school within a few months just makes their lives a lot easier. Is this the perfect reason to apply the last round? No, not really. But is it a good reason to apply by the final deadline? Absolutely. Maybe a better reason is because the way your life has lined up, you only knew business school was an option late in the game. This could include finishing a project early, your company being sold, hopefully with a windfall for you, or maybe needing to switch cities to be with someone. No matter what the reason, you do need to share it with the admissions committee through the optional essay. While it may be conspicuous applying that final round, it is certainly explainable. And that's what you should do in the optional essay. Explain why applying now makes sense in a way that it didn't earlier. Is there a downside for applying for this year's final round rather than waiting for next year's round 1? Other than it being exhausting going through the application process twice in less than 6 months, the answer is probably not. Business schools appreciate candidates who apply more than once to their programs. It shows determination and commitment to that particular school. In fact, we estimate that between 15 and 20% of Harvard Business School's class applied twice or more to gain acceptance. Also, applying in the final round forces you to do a lot of the tedious work that comes with applying to business school. Pulling together transcripts, turning your resume into a business school resume, filling out all those mundane questions in the application, work you will then be freed from when and if you apply round 1 in the following year. In the end, the biggest determinant of whether or not you should apply for the final round is if you want to go to business school this coming fall. If the answer is yes, then apply. If the answer is you can wait, then maybe wait a few months for first round when your chances of acceptance are higher. But no matter what, be prepared to submit a great application, as that is what it takes to get into top schools today, no matter which round you apply in. If you'd like our advice for your specific situation, please sign up for a free 30-minute consultation with me or one of my colleagues at mbaMission. Click the link below to sign up. Thanks so much for watching. And remember, if you enjoyed this video and want to get more admissions and application tips, don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel.